Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Tanvi Taneja, coming up in the next 30 minutes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates 830 crore rupee multimodal projects for West Bengal's Singur, also lays foundation stone of Kaziranga elevated corridor project in Assam. US President Trump imposes 10% tariffs on 8 European nations from February 1st over Greenland row. EU ambassadors to hold emergency meeting. And batter D. Mitchell notches up half-century to steady New Zealand's innings after early setbacks against India in the third and final one-day international currently underway in Indore. Ushering in an era of development in West Bengal, Prime Minister Modi inaugurated and laid foundation stone of various developmental projects worth over 830 crore rupees at Singur, Hooghly, West Bengal. Prime Minister Modi laid the foundation stone of the extended port gate system at Balagarh, including an inland water transport IWT terminal and a road over bridge. The Prime Minister also launched a state-of-the-art electric catamaran in Kolkata. This is one of the 6 electric catamarans indigenously built for inland water transport by Cochin Shipyard Limited. Prime Minister also inaugurated the Jairambati, Barogopi, Nathpur, Mainapur new rail line, as well as a new train service between Mainapur and Jairambati with a halt at Barogopinathpur, flagged off by the Prime Minister. He further flagged off 3 Amrit Bharat Express trains, including Kolkata-Havra to Anand Vihar Terminal, Amrit Bharat Express, Kolkata-Sialda, Banaras, Amrit Bharat Express, Kolkata Santragachi, Tambaram, Amrit Bharat Express. Speaking on the occasion, Prime Minister Modi spoke of how these projects will boost seamless connectivity and will contribute to the development of the East to facilitate the vision of Viksit Bharat.
सीमलेस ट्रांसपोर्टेशन संभव हो सके, इसके लिए पोर्ट, नदी जलमार्ग, हाईवे और एयरपोर्ट्स, इन सभी को आपस में कनेक्ट किया जा रहा है। इससे लॉजिस्टिक कॉस्ट और ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में लगने वाले टाइम दोनों में कमी आ रही है। साथियों, हमारी कोशिश ये भी है कि हमारे ट्रांसपोर्ट के माध्यम नेचर फ्रेंडली भी हो। हाइब्रिड इलेक्ट्रिक नाव से रिवर ट्रांसपोर्ट और ग्रीन मोबिलिटी दोनों को बल मिलेगा।
Earlier, Prime Minister Modi, on a visit to the northeast Indian state of Assam, received warm felicitations in Kaliabor in the Nagaon district on Sunday. He laid the foundation stone for the ambitious Kaziranga elevated corridor project involving 4-laning of the Kaliabor-Numaligarh section of National Highway 715 at a cost exceeding 6,950 crore rupees. This eco-friendly initiative features a 35-kilometer elevated wildlife corridor through Kaziranga National Park to ensure safe animal movement, reduce human-wildlife conflicts, and enhance regional connectivity. During the event, the Prime Minister also virtually flagged off 2 new Amrit Bharat Express trains. These are Guwahati-Kamakhya-Rohtak Amrit Bharat Express and the Dibrugarh-Lucknow-Gomti-Nagar Amrit Bharat Express. The services aim to strengthen rail links between the northeast and northern India, improving travel convenience and economic integration. Further, Prime Minister Modi also reviewed the model of Kaziranga elevated corridor project. The 86-kilometer long project is an environmentally conscious national highway project. It aims to improve regional connectivity while ensuring protection of the park's rich biodiversity. Prime Minister Modi recalled that there was a time when rhino poaching was a major concern in the region, with dozens of one-horned rhinos killed in 2013 and 14. But today, he said, not a single case of rhino poaching has been reported last year due to the government's political will and the efforts of the people of Assam.
एक समय था जब काजीरंगा में राइनो के शिकार की घटनाएं असम की सबसे बड़ी चिंता बन चुकी थी। 2013 और 14 में एक सींग वाले दर्जनों राइनो मारे गए। भाजपा सरकार ने तय किया था कि हम ये नहीं चलने देंगे। अब ऐसा नहीं चलेगा। हमने इसके बाद सुरक्षा व्यवस्था को नए सिरे से मजबूत किया। वन विभाग को आधुनिक संसाधन मिले, निगरानी तंत्र सशक्त हुआ, वन दुर्गा के रूप में महिलाओं की भागीदारी बढ़ाई गई। इसका सुखद परिणाम भी सामने आया। 2025 में राइनो के शिकार की एक भी घटना सामने नहीं आई है।
Emphasizing that expanding rail connectivity benefits both social and economic levels, Prime Minister Modi said that Assam has received 5 times more allocation in the rail budget to nearly 10,000 crore rupees annually.
बढ़ाते हैं तो इसका फायदा सामाजिक और आर्थिक दोनों स्तरों पर होता है। इसलिए नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए कनेक्टिविटी का विस्तार बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। लेकिन कांग्रेस ने कभी इसकी परवाह नहीं की। मैं आपको एक आंकड़ा देता हूं। जब कांग्रेस की केंद्र में सरकार थी तो असम को बहुत कम रेल बजट मिलता था, लगभग 2000 करोड़ रुपए। अब भाजपा सरकार में इसे बढ़ाकर लगभग 10,000 करोड़ रुपए सालाना कर दिया गया है।
Prime Minister Modi warned that infiltrators are disturbing the demographic balance in the state, attacking culture, snatching jobs from the poor and the youth, and fraudulently occupying land in tribal areas. He said this poses a grave threat to both Assam and the national security.
साथियों, ये घुसपैठिए आबादी का संतुलन बिगाड़ रहे हैं, हमारी संस्कृति पर हमले कर रहे हैं, गरीब का, नौजवान का रोजगार छीन रहे हैं, आदिवासी क्षेत्रों में धोखे से लोगों की जमीन पर कब्जा कर रहे हैं। ये असम और देश की सुरक्षा दोनों के लिए बहुत बड़ा खतरा है। साथियों, कांग्रेस से आपको बहुत सावधान रहना है। कांग्रेस की एक ही नीति है, घुसपैठियों को बचाओ, घुसपैठियों की मदद से सत्ता पाओ। पूरे देश में कांग्रेस और उसके साथी यही कर रहे हैं।
Indian Railways is rolling out a new passenger-friendly initiative on its premium Vande Bharat sleeper trains. In a move aimed at enhancing on-board experience, travellers are now being served region-specific local cuisines based on the train's point of origin. The initiative is drawing positive feedback from passengers who say the quality, taste and overall service mark a noticeable upgrade in long-distance rail travel.
To enhance passenger experience, the Indian Railways has introduced a new on-board catering initiative. People travelling on the recently launched Vande Bharat sleeper trains will be able to enjoy local cuisines of the point of origin of the train. The unique initiative has been welcomed by passengers who have praised the taste and quality of the food.
जैसा माननीय रेल मंत्री जी ने अपने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में बताया था कि हम लोग आसाम से अगर ट्रेन खुलेगी तो आसाम का फूड देंगे और वेस्ट बंगाल से खुलेगी ट्रेन तो वेस्ट बंगाल का फूड मिलेगा। तो मालदा से आज ट्रेन खुली थी और हम लोग को एकदम बंगाल का ऑथेंटिक खाना मिला। अच्छा खाना था, स्वादिष्ट खाना था, हम लोग बहुत अच्छे से खाए।
लंच ये क्या कि ये बंगाली टाइप का लंच हमको मिला, ये कि मिठाई था गुड़ वाली और दही थी मिष्टी वाली, पुलाव भी लगभग बंगाली कल्चर का था। ये बहुत ही स्वादिष्ट खाना और लोकल कल्चर का खाना हमको लगा। बहुत जी बहुत लोकल सर्व खाना था और खाना की क्वालिटी भी बहुत अच्छी थी। सारी चीज व्यवस्था बहुत अच्छी थी, पैकिंग से लेकर के खाना का सारी व्यवस्था।
In addition to the culinary experience, some passengers also observed the noticeable improvements in presentation, hygiene and overall service standards in the Vande Bharat sleeper trains.
इस ट्रेन में अभी तक इंडिया में स्लीपर एसी फर्स्ट कोच हम लोगों का एक्सपीरियंस मिल रहा है। बहुत ही अच्छा सुविधा है। क्लीनिंग के बारे में तो एक नंबर है। इससे बढ़िया हम लोग आज तक देखा ही नहीं कि क्लीनिंग की व्यवस्था, टॉयलेट का व्यवस्था, फ्लैशिंग जो भी है, सब कुछ खाना वगैरह टेस्टी बहुत है। लोकल फूड भी अवेलेबल, सब कुछ है।
With region-specific menus on Vande Bharat sleeper trains, Indian Railways aims to blend comfort with cultural identity, offering passengers not just a journey, but a glimpse of India's diverse culinary heritage.
Ambassadors from the European Union's 27 countries are in huddle after US President Donald Trump vowed a wave of increasing tariffs on European allies until the United States is allowed to buy Greenland. EU ambassadors are going to convene an emergency meeting over the row. Trump said that 10% tariffs would take effect on February 1st on imports from Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, Great Britain, the Netherlands and Finland. Tariffs may rise to 25% on June 1st and remaining in place until a deal is reached. European leaders have criticized the move, backing Denmark and warning that the tariff threat could undermine NATO and destabilize transatlantic ties. European countries said that they were coordinating a response, while EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas said the tariffs harm prosperity on both sides of the Atlantic. Meanwhile, protesters gathered in Nuuk to protest against Trump's plans for the US to take over the Danish autonomous territory.
It's very tiring and it takes a lot of energy, and what we want to use our energy on is just to live here, live with each other, live in peace and in the country that we love and we respect. We know the Arctic, we know our country, and we are the ones to care for it. And it's been quite a big pressure from the whole world for us to take decision. We didn't never ask to have this situation. We never asked for this position we have right now, a situation. So we just want to live in peace and quiet in our country. So we hope this pressure will be removed from us.
EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, meanwhile, said that territorial integrity and sovereignty are fundamental principles of international law and essential for Europe and the global community. She emphasized Europe's commitment to Arctic security, NATO cooperation and full solidarity with Denmark and Greenland. Mercosur and the European Union signed a historic trade deal in Paraguay on Saturday, concluding more than 25 years of negotiations. The signed deal will boost trade, investment and cooperation between Mercosur and the EU. But there's also opposition to the pact within certain sections of Europe. Farmers in France and Ireland warn that the deal could expose local agriculture to unfair competition.
Mercosur and the European Union signed a landmark trade agreement in Asunción, creating the world's largest free trade area, covering more than 700 million people and nearly 20% of global GDP, with the main objective to cut tariffs on most goods traded between the two blocs.
We are creating the largest free trade zone in the world. This agreement sends a very strong message to the world. It reflects a clear and deliberate choice. We choose fair trade over tariffs. We choose a productive, long-term partnership over isolation.
Relations between the EU and Mercosur date back to 1999 when a framework cooperation agreement came into force. After years of stalled talks, progress resumed in recent years. On 9th January 2026, the EU Council approved both for signature, paving the way for Saturday's ceremony in Paraguay.
But I want to insist on something. It is fundamental that during the implementation stage, the spirit of what was negotiated is preserved. The incorporation of mechanisms that restrict the access, such as quotas, safeguards, or measures of equivalent effect, will significantly reduce the economic impact of the agreement and will undermine its essential objective. We have to ensure in our parliaments that this does not happen.
The new EU-Mercosur agreement is critical for both sides as it is expected to yield many beneficial results like boosting trade and investment, supporting economic growth and job creation, enhances competitiveness by securing supply chains and diversifying sources of energy and raw materials. Radical shift with unprecedented commitments to fight climate change, including tackling deforestation, and reinforcing political, economic and cultural ties between the two regions. The deal has also sparked opposition within the European Union. In France, farmers had protested in Paris, warning the deal could expose local agriculture to unfair competition. In Ireland, thousands of Irish farmers, many of whom travelled across the country on tractors, protested against the European Union's Mercosur trade deal. As the agreements move towards ratification, both the European Union and Mercosur say they hope the deal will boost trade, investment and cooperation across two continents. Bureau Report, DD India.
You're watching DD India Live. Still to come on the show. Indian leaders arrive in Switzerland's picturesque Zurich to participate in this year's World Economic Forum.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Tanvi Taneja. Union Minister Prahlad Joshi, K. Ram Mohan Naidu and Maharashtra's Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis arrived at the Zurich airport in Switzerland to participate in this year's World Economic Forum. All three leaders were warmly received at the airport by Indian Ambassador to Switzerland, Mridul Kumar. In a post on X, Devendra Fadnavis said that he was deeply touched by the enthusiastic welcome and affectionate traditional greeting by Marathi sisters and brothers at Zurich. The World Economic Forum Annual Meeting 2026 is set to begin in Davos on January 19th. The 5-day summit, which will run until January 23rd, is being held under the theme A Spirit of Dialogue with a focus on cooperation in a contested world, innovation-led growth and inclusive development. Minister of State for Defence Sanjay Seth visited the National Cadet Corps NCC Republic Day camp today. The Minister of State for Defence was welcomed with a ceremonial guard of honour and was briefed on flag area depicting various social awareness themes and the rich history and achievements of the NCC showcased inside the Hall of Fame. The cadets demonstrated their creativity and technical acumen through static and functional ship and aero modeling. He also lauded the cadets for their service and discipline. And now let's give you updates from the ongoing one-day international between India and New Zealand. Batter Daryl Mitchell notched up a half-century to steady New Zealand's innings after early setbacks against India in the third and final ODI in Indore. Mitchell shared two crucial partnerships with William Young and Glenn Phillips to bring the innings back on track after the visitors were reduced to 5 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Harshit Rana and Arshdeep Singh provided the hosts with early breakthroughs. Young also fell for 30 runs after adding 53 runs with Mitchell for the third wicket. The visitors were 197 runs for the loss of 3 wickets in 35 overs. The winner will take the 3-match series as it is levelled at 1-1 currently. Third seed Alexander Zverev overcame a shaky start to reach the second round of Australia Open. Zverev dropped the first set but came back to beat Canada's Gabriel Diallo 6-7, 6-1, 6-4, 6-2 on the opening day. A finalist last year, the German looked rusty early on but settled in the second set and soon got his big serve booming, firing down 15 aces to move into the next round. In women's singles, 7-seeded Jasmine Paolini of Italy outclassed Belarusian qualifier Alexandra Sasnovich 6-1, 6-2 in her opening match. Also, Elena Svitolina, the Ukrainian 12th seed, eased past Cristina Buxa of Spain 6-4, 6-1. The Prime Minister Vishwakarma Haat Festival was inaugurated today in New Delhi. The festival highlights the rich diversity of India's heritage, where the skilled artisans are displaying their products of craftsmanship. We have a report.
The PM Vishwakarma Festival will be open for visitors from 18th January to 31st January 2026, offering a unique opportunity to witness and support India's traditional skills, cultural identity and indigenous creativity. From vibrant handloom textiles to intricate handicrafts, the PM Vishwakarma Haat Festival is turning Delhi Haat into a living museum of India's cultural pride. Inaugurated by MSME Minister Jitan Ram Manjhi and Minister of State for MSME Shobha Karandalaje, the festival brings artisans from different regions together, showcasing not just products but generations of tradition and skill.
पीएम विश्वकर्मा हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का विजन का योजना है। इसी के माध्यम से हम भारत में जो बेरोजगारी की समस्याएं है उसको दूर कर सकेंगे। इसी के माध्यम से हम जो आज बढ़ता प्रदूषण है उसको दूर करेंगे। इसी के माध्यम से हम अपना पुराना ग्लोरी जो सोने का चिड़िया भारत कहलाता था उसको प्राप्त कर सकेंगे और 2047 का भारत विकसित भारत का सपना पूरा कर सकेंगे।
The artisans referred to as warriors of India's heritage are displaying handmade goods that reflects the country's art, culture and ethnicity. This festival is giving citizens a chance to experience India's craftsmanship and support local talent.
PM Vishwakarma Yojana is helping me in showcasing my talent in different cities, and that too I don't have to pay anything, and this is a major benefit which I am getting, so that I can stress free, I can go with my art stress free. I don't have to take care of any rental accommodation or paying for the stalls. Everything is being taken care of by Vishwakarma only.
PM Vishwakarma program is a very eye-opening program to expose our craft into the national level. This is very useful. They are giving training and they are giving tools and also they are giving financial support.
This is a very great opportunity for us, like displaying in Delhi. We are very grateful to have it in Delhi Haat. So we are very happy to showing our product in here.
A celebration of skill, identity and self-reliance. PM Vishwakarma Haat Festival at Delhi Haat in New Delhi is not just an exhibition but a tribute to India's artisans and their timeless legacy. Kriti Vadera's report for DD India.
That's all for this edition of DD India Live. Do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. Connect with us on our different social media handles at DD India Live. And for those on the go, you can also download our DD India mobile app for quick news and updates from India and the world. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Tanvi Taneja from all of us here in New Delhi. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.